Did North Korea launch a cyber hack attack on Sony? A North Korean diplomat has denied this, but do we need to be worried that rogue states might be able to harm a country with an internet attack? Or even regular states, for that matter. We're joined from Kuala Lumpur by the former hacker Gareth Davies, who might be able to give us a bit of insight into this. North Korea denied they were involved. They took umbrage. The Americans hinted it might have been them. Sony haven't said very much, Gareth. Do you think it's possible, theoretically possible, that a country authorised its IT specialists to go tax a company like Sony?
Good morning, first of all. As for the question, yeah, I mean, theoretically, it's definitely possible. Technologically, it is possible. Malware has shown up in previous attacks with very similar visuals, text, and modus operandi of the malware used in the Sony attack, and it was written in Korean, which is very unusual, as it's generally in English or Russian. So, yeah, definitely possible.
No confirmation, of course, as I say, from Sony, but all sorts of reports suggesting they kept lots of the passwords in a folder called Passwords and other rather basic schoolboy errors. Is that the human frailties are what's involved here? And it could have been there could have been some kind of inside connection, I suppose. Yeah,
I mean, generally in the security community, we do say the weakest link is the wetware, which is what we refer to, the human element. And yeah, passwords in plain text in a folder called Passwords is not best practice. And there is some speculation that, it could be a third-party vendor that perhaps got access to the file server or a computer that hosted those password files and leaked them out or sold them, or, there's the opportunity of a much more advanced penetration or hack happening, as in, you mentioned if North Korea set their cyber army against Sony. Some are speculating in revenge for the movie Sony Pictures is releasing called The Interview, which, kind of pokes fun at North Korea and the political situation there. So,
but
yeah,
Gareth,
definitely.
Put this in context. If, say, we row back a bit on this, because it's tempting to get hysterical, and I guess IT managers are going to their bosses all over the world saying, there you are, we need better security. But if you've obeyed the common sense rules and have a reasonable login process and regularly change passwords, and you've got bog standard security on all your corporate arrangements, then there is no reason to fear. Or is there? What would you say?
I mean, from a technological perspective, yeah, you're fairly safe unless someone, quite advanced starts targeting you. But like you mentioned, it's the human element that is the biggest risk. So more than putting in technological controls and protection, it's about training staff, educating people. Don't let people into the office unless you know who they are. Don't plug in USB drives, if you found it on the floor. Just things like this, which may seem like common sense, but a lot of people don't really think that that's a threat. So they do it, and then, the network's been compromised. So, yeah,
okay.
Definitely education is probably the key thing.
So, Gareth, just to clarify, wetware, that's us, human beings. I learnt that term this morning, right?
That's us, yeah.
OK. I hadn't heard that term before, but thank you for that. Gareth Davies.